sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sipping with Sammie. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sipping with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together.
Yup! And we in here, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Happy hour, happy Thursday, and all that cool stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend that we doing some fly shit over here. Today, have a very special guest. Someone that I've been trying to get through it for a little bit, but we'll get to that. You know, someone who has made a impact by recognizing others in a major way, in multiple ways. So today we have Concrete Moguls' own
Sweet. Sweet.
What's up with you, man? Thanks for coming through. How you feel?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm glad I'm here.
Go ahead. Understatement. Understatement. And we can start with that and just get the elephant out the room. Shout out to God.
Absolutely.
Look at God.
Look at God.
The previous time that we were scheduled to have this conversation, you were in a crazy car wreck.
Yeah, and
you can
it's
still do
yeah. God, what can I say?
Man.
But God.
All I'm gonna say is I saw the pictures, scared the bejesus out me, and I thought that we would be waiting way longer to be having this conversation.
Listen, I didn't think we were gonna have the conversation. And even after that, I didn't think that we were going to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah, because then you had another
medical issue. Yeah, so it I can honestly say that the thing over the past 6 months, everything that has happened, personally, medically, has opened my eyes.
Okay.
And changed my perception. I already was ready to do anything and everything for everybody, but now it's more so like I know life is short, and it makes me want to do what I'm doing more.
Absolutely.
So that way all the love that's inside can come out while I'm still here.
Absolutely. Buy us some more time with you.
Yeah.
How about
Listen, I say all the time, like, if you ever look at my Facebook or Instagram, my hashtag is I'm not done yet.
You're not.
I'm not done yet.
Far from it.
I'm not done yet. And I can move easily knowing that in my heart, God got me. I'm not done yet.
I mean, you have some strong angels pulling for you.
Absolutely.
From based on what I know, like I said, for the pictures and from the conversation that we had recently. But is fatigue and stress did that play a part of any of the things you went through? Like, because you say you gonna go harder, but is there a slowdown that needs to be implemented?
Yes, absolutely. One thing I could absolutely tell all of us, because we're entrepreneurs and we go so hard for our goals, like, you have to take the time to sit back, relax, release, chill out, give yourself a mental break. Period.
Recalibrate.
Yes, absolutely. Because I am one of those people that I don't care if I'm tired. My body and my brain could say stop, but I'm not gonna stop until it's done. But now I'm absolutely at the point where my body say I'm tired. I'm tired.
Gonna take that break because you don't need no more scares. I take a nap before I scare myself.
Yeah, I stop. If I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Right.
I'm sleepy. Shut it all down. I'm going to sleep.
I knew a big street dude from North Philly back in the day. He used to, do his thing, and once in a while we give him a ride somewhere. Like, he need a cell phone or some shit, and he'd be like, "Yo, I'm riding with y'all. I don't feel like driving." We take him up to Ceylon Avenue, whatever, give him a cell phone. One day we in there like 2-3 hours. My phone going crazy, my man phone going crazy. Everybody trying to get back around the way to get to the money.
Right.
He like, "Yeah, so where we about to eat at?" We like, "I don't know, grab a cheesesteak or something before we drop you off." He like, "Always take time to sit, eat, and let your food digest. You owe it to yourself. You can't eat everything on the run and in the car." And even though he made us 3 hours late, At that moment, he made all the sense in the world because we were neglectful of that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go into entrepreneurship, you look at it, somebody that comes from that world, you look at it like, well, shit, I done ran around more for risking my freedom doing it. So
Right.
if it's for the right purpose, I'm going to bust my brain to get it done, but you wind up running in circles at some point because you're never stepping back. You're never breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit a wall.
You hit absolutely.
Or you burn people out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes
Right.
you got that little edge on you, you don't know you got it on you. And it rubs people the wrong way. And
Absolutely.
it's too much. It's too tense.
Absolutely. That's why it's important, like, for us, like, especially us that do multiple things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in business.
Mhm.
Like, I have my magazine.
Mhm.
I, you know, make my bags and make the oils. And I'm
Yeah, like, so
constantly-
was you like the best in arts and crafts or something when you was a kid? Like, I'm so confused. Like, this is because all of this includes the same shit. Like, you put the yearbook together when you was in middle school?
No, I wasn't part of no yearbook committee, no nothing. No, I come
Did you
from
make the
a
protest signs?
family of creators.
Mhm.
All the way back to my nana, who used macaroni on a board, a piece of plyboard, to make pictures and
Right.
paint it. Like,
Awesome.
aunts, mom, everybody in my family.
Because it's like, if you know construction or you know plumbing, there's certain skill sets that people have that it's like when they see a new task, they could just relate it to whatever they do know and figure it out quickly. Is that
Mhm.
how you see this artistic stuff? Because it's like you just tackle everything. You running around. I got smell goods, lotions, a well edited and crafted platform of the magazine concept, like the cup.
Oh, my aunt made that.
Your aunt
Yeah.
is a creative, like you said. So
Yeah.
you got it's like you said, you make your own glasses,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the shirts and all of that stuff. Yeah,
I do my own shirts.
yeah. So that's crazy. So if you ever need extra money, you just gotta be an art teacher.
I could be, yeah. I could be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't know. I have been gifted and blessed with the ability to kind of learn something and boom, I can do it and turn it into a business.
But it's a part of your brain that we only using like 20% of, and you at like 55, 60 and working on it. Like, that's crazy. That's dope, because I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. So people that's artistic, I
don't draw.
Uh-huh.
I don't draw.
Right.
I'm not going to say that. I'm very good with graphics, very good with photoshopping and putting pictures together and
Mhm.
moving things around. I can create any kind of logo you want, flyer, all of that. But if you ask me to put my pen on the paper and draw something, I don't know what I
You
would
still
do.
beating me, woman. You still whooping me.
I'm good at tracing.
At tracing.
Now I can trace the
So
picture
you
out.
can do
put it-
tattoos.
Yeah.
Next
if
you're
I-
going to be doing tattoos.
Now I have done tattoos before. Years ago. Years ago, there's a guy walking around with a big tattoo on his shoulder that I did. Yeah. I did
You
that.
sure he ain't cover it up?
No, he didn't.
It's still there.
It's still there.
I saw him on vacation on Instagram.
Still there.
That's fire. So what makes this a thing? When do we get the idea to not only start a media platform, but start it around bringing light to other people that are local people that are within reach, not people that get the traction that magazines
So-
go for?
Originally, like honestly, in all transparency, my goal was to be an author.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am an author now.
I've
I've been in a anthology, and I published my own poetry book last year.
Dope, congratulations.
Thank you. So, being in a circle of people that vendors,
Mm-hmm.
they're out every day.
Mhm.
This is how they make a living. They're following their dreams. You know, listening to them and being around them and just absorbing their energy. It was like, man, you know, I want to make sure they see you too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something very discouraging for entrepreneurs is when they looking online and the person that sells the same thing that they sell is making $100,000 and they're struggling to make $200-300, and it's discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like we doing the same thing. Why am I not getting that recognition?
Right.
So I felt it in my heart that it was my responsibility to let people like me know I see you. And good job. And if nobody else told you, good fucking job.
Which is awesome. And I mean, not only have I been in the magazine multiple times, you even honored me with a certificate at a whole ceremony that you threw for, it felt like about 50 people on your birthday. Which is like the craziest. The last thing you should be wanting to do on your birthday is working that hard and organizing. Like, I want people to throw my birthday parties. I don't want to throw them.
That was, honestly, y'all were my birthday present.
That's dope.
That ceremony and all of them beautiful black people, all of y'all look, everybody
that
looked.
room was dope.
Yes. So essentially it was 59 black-owned businesses from not just Philadelphia.
Mm-mm.
They were from New York, Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
even as far as Georgia drove
Mm-hmm.
to get honored. So to be able to put that many beautiful, intelligent black people in the same room
Mm-hmm.
and be able to let them know, like, y'all are dope. I don't care what nobody else says. Y'all are dope, and keep going.
I think everybody in the building, you could tell that they were honored and appreciative to be there. Like, you could really see it. Like, people were eager to congregate and meet each other, and people were actually listening to people when they gave their acceptance speeches or when it was downtime in between stuff. It didn't get rowdy in there, like
No.
nothing. It was like people were really intent on seeing who these people were that they were sitting next to, because a lot of us know each other. But like you said, everybody wasn't even from Philly.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Aside from you and maybe 9 other people that was in the room, everybody else that I honored, that was my first time meeting them in person.
That's crazy. I think I knew 10 people there.
Yeah.
So we
But
was on the same page, and you
but
was the one giving everybody the recognition.
That's what it was
How
about.
do you find a pool of 50 people you don't know?
I just put it out there. Register yourself. Register yourself.
Nice.
If you feel you want to be honored,
Mm-hmm.
register yourself. The only requirement was that you were running an active business for a year.
Well, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I organize and I've thrown a lot of shit. I feel like that was a highly successful night.
Thank you.
Event. Would you agree?
Yeah. There were out of 200 and I think 10 people that were actually scheduled to come.
Mhm.
There were 190 people in attendance in
Oh,
that
you
room.
killed that. You at 90%.
Yep. Between the exhibitors, the people that came to perform, the other guests that came along with the honorees, yeah.
And you had it on one of them nights in the city where there was 8 other things going on in the city, yo. Because I went to 4 places that night. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That was in between moves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was there for a few hours.
Yeah. Even Sunday the 215.
He came early. I missed him.
He opened the event.
Yeah, he told me.
He opened the
He
event. And
mentioned
when
it
I
on the
say
pod.
he opened the event, he opened the event.
He said he told you, though, like, I'm going to bring it. I got you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, because he was one, just like a lot of the black men that, were honored and are in the magazine. It's like, oh, no, I'm good. Thank you for offering, but I'm okay. And it was like, no. I see what you do
Where do you
and
think
what
that
you're
comes
doing.
from?
I think it's
Because you saying there's more males?
yeah.
By far.
My magazine is dedicated to black men in business. I advocate for black men in business to make sure that that you're seen, you're heard, you're supported. And I think the pushback comes from it being something embedded in black men that you're a man, that's what you're supposed to do. So you don't expect...
Because you are talking about business and work.
Right. So you don't
right.
expect to get recognition for it because I'm a man. I'm supposed to do that. But no, you're also supposed to be supported, recognized, honored, celebrated. Because, not for nothing, it's hard to be a black man.
Absolutely. Now, let me tell y'all a secret. Because I've been nominated for a few things. We have been blessed to win a few things and even honored for things that, we didn't even have to compete for. One thing that all of these events have in common is that you get to be in a room full of dope people that's working out here.
Yes.
And everybody talks about how people don't support each other and they try to relate it to a Philly thing or they try to relate it to our culture thing. This will put you in a room with about 5 people that you can hit up for the next few years and figure some things out with or inspire each other. Something to that effect. Every time I go to one of these events, I don't care who's throwing it. I don't care where it's at. I don't care what the title is or the purpose. If they're genuinely acknowledging people for putting in work, that's a room you kind of want to show up to. Not even so much to step on that stage, just to network and take pictures with some folks and meet some folks and get a new energy, because a lot of the stories are inspirational. We all been through hell.
Yeah.
Some earlier than others and all in different ways, but you see that when somebody has their 2 minutes, 5 minutes to give it up on stage for themselves.
Yeah.
Or when they're getting introduced for the 2 minutes of the introduction. It's like, it's inspirational. Like, I think that if, as humble as you want to be, I think it's worth it to go just for the energy that you get for those kind of rooms. And I haven't regretted one that I've been to, and I've been nominated for awards I didn't know existed.
Right.
I showed up. I'm like, because clearly there's some people in this room that I don't even know over here doing their thing, and I need to see what they doing.
And I need to be there.
And I went and had a ball.
Right.
Bought a couple drinks, laughed with Red Snap, and got out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
everything.
It's so many people that were like, after the awards, said to me, like, tweet, you know, this is the first time I've been in a room full of business owners, and I felt like I belonged.
Crazy, right?
Like, I didn't feel, you know, uneasy, or I wasn't intimidated by anybody. And afterwards, a lot of people were calling me like, it was some really nice people there. Like and I said, yeah, I do my magazine and these awards and events the way that I do them to try and help change our perception of each other. Forget everybody else's perception,
right,
but our perception of each other and doing business with each other and being able to collaborate and just talk.
You know what's fly? Being in a room full of people that you can tell everybody that you walk past, congratulations. Like, it's just like so crazy that like everybody won.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it was some people first time getting an award for anything. Like for school, for anything.
I tell people all the time, we're in a privileged position as you know, us on my side as entertainers or whatever have you, and even people that build these platforms and get the looks and the attention that we get. A lot of people will never have a full room's attention on them. Right. They will never be on stage at a podium or whatever have you, and everybody has to listen to them. Right. They will never experience that. That's a majority of people in this world. So there are a lot of people that are doing dope shit that are part of that group. Right. You know what I mean? A lot. Right. And I mean, even like when I get recognized for the things that you guys have bestowed on me or that y'all thought that I was worthy of, I'm constantly trying to make sure I say K from Fine Productions, Sonny Britt, my own co-host, like, because my name is on something that it took a machine to do. Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta acknowledge the machine too, or it don't make no sense for me to just keep talking.
That was what when I called Kevin, 1122 Studios, and asked him to be featured. His first thing was, I told him about the magazine, and he's like, let me see what, you know, what kind of time Freeway got. And I wasn't calling for Freeway. Yeah, like it wasn't calling for you. Right. And he like, for me, yeah, because he couldn't do what he does if you don't do what you do. Right. And I want to highlight you for doing what you do.
Shout out to Hennessy Kev, man. That's funny.
Yeah, like.
But I talked to Kev, so I know that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, like, is it, you
and
know.
Not even for no, like, he just literally.
No, he really was just like.
His time
like, why me? Yeah. No, I didn't, you know, sure. I love Freeway.
Every time
and I can't wait to feature him.
I tell him he's dope, though. Every time I'm drunk. You know, we men, we only say what we drunk.
He is super dope, though. And I was like, when, you know, you accepted the invitation. So in order for me to do what I do with this magazine, it started with men like you saying, yeah, I got you. And I talked to them and I said, I need some other men that you feel like deserve for their story to be heard. Right. And then it was like, okay, call this person, reach out to Sammie. And before I reached out, I got to go look and see who you are, what you doing. And so many other people were like, oh yeah, I know Sam. Oh yeah, he cool. You know, people that I trust.
Thank you.
Whitney.
Shout out to sis.
That's my baby. So when she said, oh yeah, And I was like, man, once I realized like who you are and what you've done, it was like, oh shoot, I got Sippin' with Sammie in my magazine. Hey!
Thank you,
and I was telling people like, no, you gotta check him out. But everybody in here has like this man right here, Tony Reese, Vi Black Vodka. He's from Philly. He's in North Carolina. But that vodka is the first black in color vodka. So my magazine was the first to do an article on him, period. At all. And then I did the event and brought him up here so people up here could taste it. Like, it's not sold in Philadelphia. It's not sold in Pennsylvania.
We gonna talk. I'm sipping with Sammie. We'll talk. Because I mean, you know, if it ain't sold up here, we can at least bring some light to it.
Yeah, I mean the thing. Well, you know, getting it here.
It's Pennsylvania.
Is a lot.
Go through the state.
Is a lot. But we are allowed to do tastings. So I'm planning another one so could bring it back and do some tastings because it's very good.
Let's have an event together. Let me co-host the host to do something that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Because since I am sipping, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's definitely do it.
And I know he would love that. You know, this is his hometown. But I met people through him, other men through him. Just like now I'm into the black cigar world with the black cigar owners. And these people are amazing. And they're not clicky.
I need to plug you with Reese. My man Maurice at Chateau Mauricio. He's brand new in the black cigar world. He just started his own, and he has 4 different styles of cigar out right now. But he's doing good. Yeah. But he's very early, and I know that the numbers is like 40 of them, or 50 of them black cigar companies.
Oh yeah.
In the country or some shit. Like that. So like if you have that your finger on that post, I need him to talk to you. Absolutely. Or your people, and let's hook that up.
I've had the pleasure of featuring, speaking with, and building relationships with some of the top Charlotte Cigar Week, the organizer and owner of that, another organizer in Charlotte, one in black owned in Florida, Conscious Cigars.
You taught the cigar porn in Maryland?
I believe I have. I've pretty much touched just because fortunately when I did kick the door open with the cigars, I had already touched the people up here, the heavy hitters, Black Box Cigar Club. Right. That they're actually Dantley, he's actually on the cover this month, August. Dope. Drunk Chicken Cigars, that's a fire name. That's one of the top females cigar brands, and she's on the
it's
cover.
A female brand. Yes. The name is even doper.
Yes. The females are really, I mean, Blow and Smoke Cigar Lounge. That's another big brand and lounge.
Females are very big in the cigar space now. Even if you look at the day parties and stuff, and they out there and they not just smoking a cigar to look cute. They really know what they into.
So smoking a cigar is not just a thing. Like, it's literally a lifestyle. Absolutely. And they've introduced me into so many things and ways, and like the education, just learning about how to smoke, what to smoke, when to smoke, what to smoke it with.
And it's social groups that it puts you in too. Yes. And like that's what my man was saying before he started his company. He was like, when he was in school, he used to go to the cigar lounge all the time just to network. Like just hoping somebody would talk to him. Yeah. And he was so young that it took a while, but once they started talking, and he ingratiated himself and was able to take direction. You know what I mean? Able to be taught. Right. He learned so much that when time presented itself down the future, he knew what he wanted to do and how he wanted to do it, and that's how he got there. But we don't even realize, like how people say those conversations happen at the country club. They happen in those cigar rooms too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Big cigar you would be talk. The thing I love that I'm learning about the cigar world is that it's not too much of a division. Like, they call you brothers and sisters of the leaf. Dope. You know? Dope. Everybody this is us. This the cigar is what makes us family, friends. Like,
so what cigar you be smoking?
I like It's called Sweet Smokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ella Louise.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good cigar. I like the flavored cigars. And Conscious Cigars has one that I love. Their original one, that one was good. And then I forget the flavor. It's a berry flavor. It's a mango. It's like a vanilla cognac flavor.
See, cigars is getting like beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember, like, forever I always hear people say, I don't like beer, I don't like beer. I'm like, it's too many beers for you not to like beer.
Right, it's something
There's
out
a beer
there.
that you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like cigars is the same thing. Like, unless you just don't like smoke, you can find you a cool cigar. They got thin ones, all types
thin
of
ones,
cigars.
and then they have some with it, the taste. You know, some of them you might smoke and you get the flavor
Because these
at
are
the
all
beginning,
blends. They're blends.
but then it's not all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have other cigars that are more pure. That's when it comes into the premium and all of that. But it's out there, and I feel like the camaraderie that comes with it is because I have met and talked to so many beautiful people that, and you know, we be on the phone for hours.
Dope.
And they're just educating me, just giving me the education and different points of views. And if you want to do this, if you want to go into this, if you want, like, they're
so you
actually.
About to start hand rolling cigars? I hate you. Motherfucker.
Listen, whatever I do, whatever new journeys I embark on, I bring my business owners with me. Like with my oils, making the oil blends. The part of the reason I wanted to do that was to expand the Concrete Moguls brand, but to also give the people that's featured a different stream of income and something else to boast about.
So are these oils and lotions in the Whitney hand shop?
She has some. She has Whitney. It's named Whitney. Son of the 215 has 215. Forever Ready Crochet has Forever Ready. What you have is called Mogul Vibes.
Mogul Vibes, because, I get those.
Mogul Vibes. And then this female one with the lotion is with Dope Love.
Dope Love.
So the thing is, every rollout will be a different scent. Once Mogul Vibes is sold out, that's it. Once 215 is sold out, that's it. Whitney sold out, that's it.
So they like Pokemon, you gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
I like that because but see, that means that you plan on keep creating.
Absolutely.
Keep creating, like,
you know why? Because y'all keep creating and keep creating and keep creating.
All right, so how many gallons you make per batch?
2.
And then that's it.
That's it.
And they come in all sizes, or?
Well, these are the 2-ounce bottles. I'm gonna do a smaller bottle because some, you know, just to make them all affordable for people. But yeah, I'm gonna get more sizes.
Right.
And I have these are pure oils, and then I have the sprays, the body sprays.
Right.
So,
body spray is important.
Yeah.
Comes in handy.
Yeah. So, but the oils are really potent. So
I know. We opened both of those right before we started, and I still smell them probably on my fingers.
Yeah, it probably is on your fingers.
Smoking the oil, but it ain't hurt nothing. We good.
But the point of those are to help the entrepreneurs that are in the magazine. Well, who has a scent named after them?
No, that's fire.
You know,
that's dope. And you started with 2 of my favorite people, so that's I'm all the way on board anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just like how many of us average people get to be in a magazine.
No, that's what I'm saying. You doing a lot of things that make a lot of sense. The problem that comes when you do things selflessly for other people and everything is surrounding it is that you do have to wind up running 5 businesses to do so, because usually, you know, even when you talk about ad space with that community, people don't have but so much in their promo budget. That's just the reality.
But see,
of the
that's
situation.
That's the thing. Like with the magazine, it doesn't cost you anything to be in the magazine.
Exactly.
And when you want
when I
to
said ad
purchase
space,
them,
I didn't mean yours. But
yeah, no. I'm just saying, you know, I feel like being an entrepreneur, not only are we responsible to have that stream of income for ourselves, but to broaden so we can allow other people to eat off of that as well.
Absolutely.
Like, you have to be able to, you got to understand that if I'm not eating, you're not eating. And then they can't eat. So as long as we're constantly creating for us to eat together, or even individually, you could take this and go eat by yourself. I don't care how much people sell this magazine for.
Right.
You make sure it's worth it.
Right.
You want to be on the cover? Let's talk about getting you on the cover. You buy your bundles, sell them for $100. Make your money.
What's your distribution setup?
Like I said, you either buy them in bulk, being featured, and then you sell them for yourself, or they're available on Concrete Moguls.
ConcreteMoguls.com.
Because
this for the people.
Oh yeah, ConcreteMoguls.com.
You so used to talking to me. We got to talk to people.
ConcreteMoguls.com. You can always hit me up, Concrete Moguls Mag on Instagram, or First Lady Tweet on Instagram, and we can link up. I like that. My magazine is not digital because that forces interaction.
That was about to be one of my questions too, because the wave shifts, and you still have physical copies.
Yeah.
And forcing engagement, how so?
Because you have to get it from someone.
True.
I mean, I can mail it to you, yeah, that's fine. But if I'm walking down the street and somebody wants that magazine, they have to get it from me. They have to talk to me. Yesterday, I went to Black and Noble.
Shout out to them.
Had an amazing...
Staples.
Yes.
Staples.
Legendary in our city. Had an amazing conversation. He asked me, same thing you did. Why isn't it digital? Why can't I mean, why? You know what happened? I took him several of them, the older copies, and you know exactly what happens every time somebody physically picks up a copy of that magazine. I know him. I know her. Damn, I didn't know they was doing all of that. But if you're scrolling, you're never going to see any of that. This physical paper, this magazine in your hand forces people to pay attention, forces them to read, forces them to acknowledge what everybody else is doing.
How do you figure out initially size? How many pages? Things like that.
So 40 pages cover to cover is, the minimal.
Okay.
All right. And the size, it was just like as big as I could get it without it.
Without drawing.
Without it being.
I'm that way too though.
Yeah,
I'd have had the joint that be in the middle of everybody coffee table. You can always see that motherfucker.
That's why I was like, talking to my printer, and I'm like, well, can I do 11 by 18? Is that a thing? Or he's like, you can,
but nobody does it anymore.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so what do we do? Just regular. I'm like, just 8 by 11, just the regular. Okay, that's all right. We'll do that. And then trying to put together something more than 40 pages is a lot of work for me. Even though I don't look at this as work. I don't just do the regular interviews, how everybody fills out I actually do phone interviews and have to type those out. The voice thingy, the voice app thingy doesn't pick up everybody's accents and their slang, so that tends to create more work than actually typing it out. But it's not work, and if I can get it bigger soon, I will. The size of it. Yeah, in both ways, pages and the actual size. I want it to be when you walk in wherever. My magazine is in Cigar Lounge in Tampa, in Houston, Wine Vineyard in California, and a music studio in Hawaii. So, and Iced Out Cuts, Brahim.
Shout out to Brahim.
When you walk in his barbershop they are right there.
Shout out to Brahim.
Shout out to Brahim. That's my guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's dope. Like, y'all outside, man. Y'all outside. How long has it been?
A year.
That's what I thought.
The day of the awards was the day of the Entrepreneur Awards.
Right.
Was the celebration for a year anniversary.
You covered a lot of traction. And I'm just saying because, like, you know, I'm in the inner circle of the people that run around the city.
Mm-hmm.
I see how many pages your shit is on. Like, it's on my news feed. Like, when you drop something, I'm scrolling and I'm like, is this the same person? Nope, this is not the same post. Like, and you touching people in a short amount of time, which a lot of people's biggest problem is getting out there, is talking to people, is, you know, getting out of their shell or over the fact that they had a bad day or whatever have you. Like, these things are a thing. So for you to make this kind of traction in a year, regardless of your work ethic, we can do a lot in the house. You see what I'm saying? It's very impressive.
Thank you.
It's like super impressive.
Thank you.
Like, you didn't have, and it's crazy because I tell people, when you do have these platforms, we do kind of attract people. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you were singing, you would have to find a way to bring people in.
Right.
When you have a platform, people is, what's that? And, you know, they start peeking first.
Right.
And then you just got to explain it. And then, like, oh, I think I fit in.
No, I literally go get people.
Like,
I go get people.
Like, go get, based on recommendations, based on
time,
research, just literally, look, how can I figure out a way to meet up with you?
No.
What are we talking?
So, with the exception of some very key people that got me rolling from the beginning, do some name dropping from the beginning, I would have never connected with Toucan, Glockaware Toucan, if it wasn't for Sister Talia. You know, she opened the door for that. I would have never...
And Toucan knows everybody.
Right. I would have never connected with people like Sandman, with...
Shout out my guy.
Yeah, Melanated Vision and Antonio Simmons and OG Law. All of this was a chain link.
Yeah.
You know, Face with Vujade Films. You know, this was chain link. And then from there, it was like, oh, you have a nice product. Oh, that's different. And I go research, send an email. The worst thing somebody can say is no.
Absolutely, but it's still a thing that people don't usually have in them. And even when, like...
I send probably about, I want to say maybe 200 emails a week.
A week?
Yeah, just sending out, you know, hey, would you like to be featured? You know, I saw your page. This is my Instagram. This is my website. Go check me out if you would like to be featured. Let's do it. And
I'm talking to the next black female billionaire. That's what it takes. And the thing is, I'm asking you these questions specifically because I preach on here, network, going to the rooms, talking to the people, letting people know what you got. Like, I preach that stuff. But the way you just broke down, like, all right, so Sister Talia, Toucan, Sandman, like, that's what I need people to hear because it's literally that simple.
But in between those doors being open for you, you have to build a relationship with those people because they're not going to expose you to their closest if they don't consent you. Like, if you call Antonio Simmons, I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't know him.
So he is the producer of DMX's last film, Dogman.
Okay.
Connected all over the place.
I'm sure.
Sandman, if we didn't have a lock, he wouldn't have opened me to talking to Antonio Simmons. Now, this month, Concrete Moguls has went international.
Congratulations.
Thank you. With featuring someone that Antonio Simmons opened the door to me, you know, for Dog. He's from Amsterdam.
Dope.
Artist and actor and everything. But you have to build the relationships. You have to put in the work in order to get the connect. You know what I mean? It's like a job reference.
Yep.
Not just gonna refer anybody to the job just because we know each other.
And that's part of when you said sometimes that you get the colder responses from some gentlemen. I'm like, I do know that a lot of times when things come around, with a lot of times women that you don't know from the industry, you're very skeptical about what the whole scheme, what the whole plan is with it, because it gets weird sometimes.
That's how I
want
to
being
say.
a model by accident for a day.
I want to say that I feel like that's how I end up building the relationships, because I explain what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not gonna be like, oh, I'm honoring you.
Right.
Why am I honoring you?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you about it. What's the purpose of me wanting you in my magazine? I'm gonna tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I want you to know this is it. That's all I want you to do. I want to be able to honor you, celebrate you, expose you to people, let other people know that you out here, because this magazine not just in Philly anymore.
Right.
You know
by
what I
far.
mean?
Shit.
It's not just in Philly anymore.
Right.
So everybody's gonna see all the people that are in this magazine or it circulates to. They're gonna see Sippin' with Sammie.
I appreciate that.
So is when one of these amazing black men say, like, what do you honor me for? Like, I don't deserve that. I'm not gonna tell anybody names or anything, but had a couple arguments like, what are you talking about? You know what? I don't care if you want to be honored. I'm honoring you, so show up.
Dope. Now, are we doing the ceremony annually?
Yes. I mean, so last year, 2022 was the first year that I did it.
Right.
And that was it. I was just, okay, I did it. And then everybody was like, oh my gosh, I'm nominating this person for next year. And next year we going to do this.
Yeah,
and I want to be a part of it next year. And I was like, next year?
You started it.
I was, okay.
You started it. You tag people. Everybody's minding their business, and you ready to run talking about, you it. You it. You it. Motherfuckers like, all right, well, I know somebody that want to be it.
Yeah.
Or that deserves to be it, I should say.
Yeah. And that it was,
But isn't that a great feeling?
Yes.
To be the people that they hold in high regard, they're trusting you with in some ways.
And that's part of the reason. So the very first awards, 2022, was when it was the release of the first Concrete Moguls. And I had to let them know, because y'all trusted me to represent you and to highlight you in my magazine. Had no idea if I knew how to do it, if it was going to work, how it was going to look, what. It was just, go ahead, yeah. Whitney, Freddie, Stoney, Shantae, Voluptuous Look. They were, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, do it. They trusted me. And I thank them for trusting me, because if they didn't trust me to do that very first issue, Lavish Jewels, Bougie Girl, if they didn't trust me to do that, nobody else really would have trusted me to do it. And now these are complete strangers that live in different cities and states that are like, oh yeah, I want to be a part of the magazine.
It's a beautiful thing, and it's only a year. Like, that's so dope.
So we're registered with the U.S. Library of Congress.
Dope.
I featured over 50 black men. Just about 100 features.
Dope.
And most of the features are first. I'm the first to interview Dog in Amsterdam, who he kind of had another magazine that was supposed to feature him first, but I got it. Antonio Simmons, the movie Dogman. I'm the only magazine that has
a feature on that.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yes, he's actually. I actually did a special edition with the cover. So I'm the only magazine that has the cover, that movie cover.
In the magazine.
On it, in it, anything.
That's amazing, yo. See, and that's the thing. That's why the more people that have it in them to, pour into other people, they should. Because you'd be surprised at who get missed. Like, it's so many, and that's why when I have guests on here, like, friends I had Swaggiano on here, he produces for everybody. He's from Philly, and I'm like, Shout out some of the producers that you know, because I know that there's a bunch of South Jersey producers that's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The ones in Philly are actually doing the same level of stuff, but we don't hear their names as much. So I'm like, if you know them, shout them out. And I don't care if it take you 5 minutes, like, just shout them out.
Right.
Because they've helped you. These are people you trying to help get in position that helped you get in. Like, it's all type of intertwining stories there.
Mm-hmm.
So where it's like, these are great people that nobody's talking to. And some people put themselves in that place intentionally. That's why you can't force an interview.
Right.
But I definitely would offer it if I knew what was going on over that side, right?
Right.
So
And that's
shout out
the
to
thing,
you,
is
man.
it's just exposing us to each other. And just so you know,
I'm listening.
this is the first official interview that I have done for this magazine, or pretty much about myself. And there's a couple people. Snap, I love you. Please don't beat me up.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been asked to go on a lot of podcasts, radio shows, and everything. And I made it my business because since last year, you have been asking me to be here.
Yes, ma'am.
And I said,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't go anywhere else until I come here first. Like, that was the thing.
That. And I'm smiling so hard for the audience because being as though you spent your birthday honoring people, and since I've known of you, you've been putting me in a position of prominence. I so wanted to be able to give you your flowers the same way. Like, I wanted to be able to use my platform to do that for you.
Right, thank you.
So I guess that's official. You
Right.
did that.
Yeah.
I did that. You can't even toast because you ain't drinking. I got a high flower. No, but that's fly though. How, are you enjoying yourself?
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you, before I was like, I gotta go see Sammie. I was literally in the Uber telling my sister, like, I had to be here. It was nothing. I don't care. The sky was falling open, and I'm like, I gotta see Sammie. I have to go do Sammie's show because they're, me seeing you come down the steps at the awards was like, yay, he's here, because you weren't there last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I so wanted to give you an award last year.
I was quadruple booked last year.
Right. But to see you, to see Son of the 215, to see Red Snapper, to see y'all come in there face Antonio Simmons, everybody that walked in the door, it was like, y'all were my birthday present.
Nah, I'm glad to be a part of that. I'm glad I was, and trust me, I said all day, I'm going. Because I told you I was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, like, if I say I'm going to try to be there, I genuinely mean that.
Yeah. And I knew everybody.
But if I say I'm going to be there and I'm not, something happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I knew y'all had other events. Snap told me that. 215 told me. You told me. I knew y'all had other events. So it was like, to see y'all come, you know what I mean, meant a lot to me.
I believe we
Just
all
being
appreciated
there.
that shit so much. Like I said, I've spoken to Son about that day. Probably on the last pod that he did here. He was on episode 212, I think. I should have had him on 215. I was slipping. But
Right.
He said it. He said, damn, we should have did me on 215. I said, I could have just pushed this shit back a couple weeks. We'd been all right. But we talked about it. Me and Snap congratulated each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these things really, really, I don't want you to think at all that, because there's no big eyes and little U's, right? So I don't want you to think that no matter how many places we're invited to or how many places recognize us, that what you did that night wasn't special. I believe that for all of us, all the people that I know, to Whitney, to a couple of vendors that was there, DJ and I was there, everybody looked and spoke like they had a great time and like they appreciated it, and like it was like pleasant surprise. Like, I knew it was going to be good, but that was awesome.
Right.
Type of vibe. You know
And
what I mean?
DJ nodded, and he didn't even know that he was getting an award.
No. And the
Didn't
crazy
even
thing is, he was having technical difficulties. I'm running back and forth. Like, let me see the mic real quick. Yo, we gonna take a quick break. Like, I wound up being in production, but
Well, I mean, listen.
But that's what we do, though.
That's what
we do.
That's what I love.
I went and asked him, like, yo, what's the problem? You got another mic? You got more batteries? All right, I'm gonna tell her. Blah blah blah. Because I didn't want to mess up the program, but I know what it take. Like, he can't run back and forth to you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, we gonna get this right, but we got it right.
Yeah,
we got it right.
I mean, anything that if I'm gonna say if there was anything that didn't go according to plan, it was such a beautiful night. Nobody noticed. I didn't even notice.
Well,
You know, it was a few things here and there, but it nobody noticed.
when I throw events, I'm so busy trying to make sure everything is straight that by the time the events start, I'm probably already drinking, so I'm in my bag. And I don't know who came and who didn't because I can only entertain who's in front of me.
Right.
I usually find out who missed it. Like, I don't have a bunch of plaques that nobody came and got or something to go by other people talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why such and such wasn't there? Why such and such? Possibly people that they were either looking forward to see or maybe they trying to start some shit. But I don't be knowing. I be like, where they ain't come by? I thought they popped up. Like, I genuinely can only entertain who's in front of me. And that's the same way with you, your brand, your events. Just as long as you got people in the room and we can look and see smiling faces, like, it's mission accomplished because all the work been done. Somebody got to enjoy this shit. You set up all these chairs.
That's why when you was like, when I remember you on the stage, like, you know, first of all, what kind of person you have to be a special kind of person to give other people an award on your birthday. And it was like when you said that, I remember being in the back of the room like, why would you say that? Like, no, this is about all of us. This is about you guys, about all of us. Like, I actually, honestly, I did it like that and designed it to be on that day. Number one, because it was the anniversary of the magazine, and I was like super proud of myself.
As you should be.
But it was like when everybody said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, y'all. I wanted y'all.
Now, see, you just went from being sweet to controlling. You just turned the corner real quick. I just see what you just did. Like,
I just wanted y'all. That was it. I just wanted y'all in the room together, gorgeous, hands. I mean, that was Black excellence.
I think that it was fitting, especially like the more I talk to you and I see what motivates you and things, what you get excitement from. Like, I think that it was fitting, but I also think that, like, I heard a lot of good acceptance speeches, and I feel like we needed to acknowledge that it was your day, and you made it about us. And I didn't say that to be cheesy or anything. It just was like, nigga, we standing on stage on her birthday, and she running around this motherfucker like a chicken with her head cut off. Like, that's crazy. But it was, like I said, uber successful. Like, I really think it was like my worst headache that day was that I had to park somewhere weird and walk through an alleyway, but it wasn't. They ain't have it in a super bad neighborhood. It was just like, I'm used to that neighborhood, and I was like, there's nowhere to park. You had people in that building.
It was people in there, and I mean, when I started seeing
you gotta tell your crowd to carpool.
They were coming. It was three different carpools of people from New York. You know, it was a few people that, my girlfriend coming in, my girlfriend's coming in, they coming too. And I was like, okay, bring the squad. Yeah. So we're doing, this is the first announcement. There's a lot of first stuff happening right here today.
Yeah, let's do it. I like exclusive.
So, October 14th, which is Saturday, you'll get your this is your official invite to be one of the guests of honor. I'm doing 2023 Black Kings Legacy Ball. So it's all about our Black men, all about making sure that you guys are, again, highlighted, celebrated, acknowledged, and put in a room with each other so you can collaborate and learn from each other. Yes.
I heard ball.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. I like to do the majority of my events in a formal fashion because we're comfortable all the time.
All right, so let's have a conversation I've been wanting to have for a long time.
Okay.
Does it make you anxious when you see on a flyer or on your timeline adult prom? Does that make you cringe? Because it breaks my heart.
It gives my heart pause. It does.
It bothers me.
Yes.
Like, these are called formal events. They're called balls.
There's a bunch of stuff. A gala,
Like,
cabaret. There are a bunch of words you can use. Like, adult prom is
Your freshman year of college.
childish.
That's your freshman year of college. You know that one party that they throw when everybody with their prom suit one last time?
Mm-hmm.
It's over after that.
Yeah, we can call it something else.
Like, what are we? We are grown. We're allowed to put shoes on.
Yeah,
we're allowed to raise money towards something or something.
And I don't want to. I've been to the prom. I don't want to go to another one.
And if you ever see, a lot of people make it up for not going. But if you ever really been to a prom, even the dopest prom was overrated. You did for the pictures.
Facts.
You try to do other shit. Like, it ain't
Facts.
all that.
We came. You took a picture. You
Now,
see
when we adults and we get dressed up, we should be having a better time.
Right.
Than the prom.
That's
all I'm saying.
Than the prom.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to be in my 30s and 40s and 50s walking around talking about I was the prom queen last weekend.
Like, I need 30 people, chicken wings, and meatballs for me to walk out the house.
Right.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's just one thing I want to get off my chest.
But that's why I said, like, I want to make sure that when people say that they're coming to an event, like, you didn't just go to an awards. You went to the Urban Elegance Entrepreneur Awards.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So somebody, they know you went somewhere. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I went to the Type 2 Awards over here last weekend. No. I went, and now they're going to ask you, well, what was that?
And you keep referring to the room. People was sharp in that motherfucker, man.
Listen.
I had women came out, man. I had pink slacks on, man. We was in there.
I had women calling me like, tweet, I ordered 3 dresses. I'm about to send you a picture. Which one should I wear?
Oh, they was looking at the guest list. They was looking at the flyers.
Yeah, well, everybody was really,
you know, put the announcements up, so I know women.
The fact that we got to get in a gown. It was some women that told me, you know, the last time I wore a gown.
Just excited for the fact, like, yeah, it was time to turn up.
But that's why I said, like, we have to be versatile and able to do business like this and in a suit or a gown, or, you know, we have to be versatile. And in order for us to be accepted, you have to be able to show that you can do that. And if you don't, come on to my event, get around these people so we can show you how to do it.
But you know what success in my life looks like to me? A closet, right? Big walk-in closet, nice closet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweatsuits on one side, suits on the other side.
Right.
2 pair of jeans just in case I need some jeans.
Right.
I'm either going somewhere or I'm not. I could either get it like this or I ain't going.
Right.
And I'm buying all my cars on the sweatsuit side.
Right.
And like, I just want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm simple.
Right.
So if we getting sharp, let's get Dougie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let's get fly.
But you all, the thing is, because of there are a lot of people that have never been required to.
I went to private and Catholic school.
Right.
I learned how to tie a tie very early in my life.
Some people that awards
and I got shoulders.
That was their prom. That was their prom. They didn't have to get dressed up. But that was their first time buying a suit or a dress.
You know why? They wasn't going to win prom king and queen. They got something that night.
Mm-hmm.
They got looks. They made a network. They did like the out of towners. It was worth their trip.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come and you had them in some janky promoter shit. Vendors, drinks, food, like DJ, nice room.
It was going on.
Nice room. And I like that you had the room dark. You know what I'm saying? It's smart. I wish you had a spotlight in the front, but we're going to do that next year.
Yeah.
I got you. But I like that the room was dark. It helped control the room. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, people were tapped in like we was at a comedy show or something. Like, you know how like there's only certain rooms where people just wait for you to talk?
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice room. Like, I can't say that. I can't overstate that.
It wasn't one of them rooms where I had to be like, can y'all keep it down? Or, you know, everybody was...
Or, excuse me, you gonna want respect when it's your turn.
Right.
You ain't have to say that like that.
That's what people fail to realize. Like, you can have that at any event. It's the environment that you create.
I produce something. But that's why I know that there's little tricks and things that you do to ensue certain things to go right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Certain things you can't control. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna offend other black folks from turning up because your folks done want some shit. That ain't gonna offend us at all.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the most you're gonna get if you create a certain environment. And if you cover all the breaks. That's why you got a DJ there. That's why you got the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why intermission is intermission.
And I had the best DJ.
Shout out to my guy, man. I got his merch all over the place.
DJ N.I., that's the guy.
This is Rubber Band right here. He come through with the merch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is something that I'm big on. And like you said, you just make all your shit. So
yeah,
you
like
cheating.
I love using other black-owned businesses to do stuff. Like my awards, I
get my glasses locally.
Yeah. Like that's a thing. But for me, because I know how to do a lot of stuff, like I make bags out of cigar boxes.
This has been another episode. No.
I mean, but it's like if I feel like it, I could do it.
Mm-hmm. No, and I believe that you've proven that in a year. One more question before we get out of here. We mentioned Whitney about 20 times.
Yeah,
and we love
my
Whitney.
baby.
Whitney, we love you, Whitney.
Hands.
And the family. Shout out to Mahi Mahi. I named her son Mahi Mahi.
That's my princess.
He was a little
her son?
Yeah. He used to look Hawaiian when he was a baby.
He a man.
Grown now.
He a man.
He's still Mahi Mahi to me.
He a man.
But how did you meet Whitney?
We met through Freddie. Forever Ready Crochet, Black Wall Street Restored. We met through him at a vending event, and that's been my baby since.
So y'all met vending,
Mm-hmm.
hit it off, and then y'all been back in each other's plays ever since.
Yeah.
Basically.
Just like that.
Let's not understate it.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Like, it was like we met, talked, and it was like, oh, you're my sister.
And thank you to y'all. I got my roses the other day.
Yes,
just a few days
congratulations.
removed, and Whitney was there with the family. You was there. I didn't even know you was gonna be there. I got off the bus. I'm like, oh shit. I appreciate.
And I wouldn't have been there if not for Whitney.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate it all. They asked me who I would give roses to on the stage, and I gave them the Cave of Fire Productions, DJ Trail, and Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that have really been like pushing the cart
Right.
up the hill.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all like a motherfucker, man.
Yes. That shows you what we mean to each other.
Absolutely.
And we can't change the masses all at the same time. It gotta start with us, like how we doing, just touching each other individually.
I wholeheartedly
and thank you
believe
for having my shirt on. I appreciate that.
Oh no, man! You know we gotta rep together, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna wear this out so I can take some more pictures in it and send you something for you. Maybe for my next insert, I can have one.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I
I mean, listen, it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been some
You
time.
were in what? What is this? What issue is this? This is exactly
August.
a year.
Yeah, August 2022. She telling. But look, can we? Are we in here? Where we at? That's me. See me? Hold up.
And I don't even think that's the first issue you were in.
No, it's
Sammy.
not.
That's not the first.
That's not the
issue.
first one I saw.
No.
And I got one of her magazines on the shelf over here. I might be in that one too.
You might be.
Yeah, but anyway, she's definitely somebody that's been supporting.
But it's time for you to get, an update and
I appreciate that. I've done a few things, man. And it's getting to be even more fun than I imagined.
right.
Because I got to the point in my life, and if you follow me and watch this regularly, you know, I don't have no kids, but I'm on my legacy shit. You see what I'm saying? Because I done did all the fly. You ain't got to have a whole lot of money to do shit.
Right. Right.
And while I'm building the business to be able to reach those heights, then everything else is about what's left behind. So, like, I'm literally glad that people like you will give me that boost and the reassurance that I'm headed in the right direction, that I'm doing the right things, that I'm handling people right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It helps. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, I
You
know.
are appreciated.
Thank you.
You are appreciated.
Thank you. You are
and
too.
you are very awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you with all of the nonsense that you dealt with trying to get here. And shout out to all the platforms that wanted to have her. I got her first. Crazy thing is, I'm going to have to put your episode out quick because they going to get you to come through next week and put that shit out a day later.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody. They
going to see the pictures on the gram.
But right, and that's why I was like, after this.
But you know what they going to do? They going to get excited and then they're gonna want their turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be love there anyway.
Yeah, listen, I'm definitely going.
And I'm saying, it's like no, I love
Gas Radio, Steph and Ray.
Yep.
Like, I'm coming. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Y'all know I'm coming. Because they call me just like you do this week. You coming this week? You coming this week?
After a while, my thing was, one, I didn't want you to feel like since we missed that opportunity that I looked at it some kind of way and gave up on you or something. Like I didn't want to rush you either. So I just wanted you to let me know when you was ready, and I was going to figure out time, even if I had to squeeze you in, which technically I did.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not playing with you. Yeah. I said after these awards, I wanted to get that out of the way, and then this happened, and then that happened, and I'm like, you know what? Full speed ahead.
Yeah, but it all comes full circle because you just was supporting me the other day, and now today I get to find out that I'm one of the first people that have ever been able to donate some time for you to get your story out there, for you to be recognized and appreciated. So let's make some noise for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm more of a behind it. I'm not a spotlight person. I don't really want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to, it's not, because it's about me, but I feel like it's about what I'm doing and the people that I'm doing it for and with. It's not,
So let's do this, because this helps everything. This helps you to help them. Next time that I have an event, whether that's a networking event or what have you, come through, set up a table, booth if you feel fit. When I have a concert series, come through, bring product. I'll put you on camera for a while. We get the message out, whatever have you, and still bring booth or whatever have you. Like, tie in with me. If you see me posting some shit, be the same way people be to you and be like, is there space? And I'll tell you if it makes sense.
Absolutely.
We get festivals, street festivals and shit.
Oh, I see you outside.
So yeah, like we could make a lot of things happen to help you, help these people like you help me. And
Thank you.
And Snapper and all the about 50, 70 people you named since you've been here, man.
Cause it's always love. What I love is that when y'all call me, I'm able to respond. I can spend whatever time that's needed talking to you on the phone or email, text, whatever it is. And that's what I'm here for. So anybody that's been in my magazines can tell you we have either talked on the phone, text, video, whatever. If you hit me up, I'm hitting you back. And we're going to dig in. Whatever you need or you need help with, if I have it or I have connection to it.
That's good business. I need to get with the dog, with the Antonio.
Antonio, absolutely.
I need to sit down with Antonio. We need to go through some things, and I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah.
Also, anything else that you want to acknowledge, shout out, tell the people to look out for, remind them how to follow you, catch up with the magazine and all of that.
So, yeah, the magazine August issue will be ready Saturday. You can get that either from me, personally. Hit me up on Instagram, First Lady Tweet, #1 ST Lady Tweet, or Concrete Moguls Mag on Instagram, concretemoguls.com. If you want to send me a direct email, concretemoguls@gmail. And I'm not going to shout my phone number out, but if you look on my Instagram, it's all over there. So if you want to call me, call me. It's on every flyer that's on my Instagram. Same number. So
it is
call
what
me.
it is.
Yeah, and just shout out to my support system, my team, the people that keep me going. Freddie, Forever Ready Crochet, Whitney Hands, Shantae, Voluptuous Look, my sister Kimberly, and my family, because that's my get up,
Nah, that's dope.
And my young man, my 18-year-old young man. He's not a baby. I can't call him baby, but that's my baby.
And get your scents right. Walk around smelling good.
Oh, yes.
Looking good. Get you some teas or whatever else she has with the logo
Concrete
on
Mogul
it.
fragrances, T-shirts.
My next T-shirt gonna have the silver on it. I'm gonna show her the sneakers I got for that in a minute.
Okay.
Ooh,
you need a silver
doggy. Man, I got a
We could
joint.
put your name on it. We could put your logo on it with the Concrete Moguls logo.
Oh, now we gotta make a jersey. It's about to or a hoodie or something. I gotta be able to wear it 30 times once we do that.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it. Let's do it. Because this is just, the shirts, I did them to commemorate, and give them away to commemorate. I've sold several of them, but they're absolutely for sale, whatever size you want, silver or white. And I do have some, I think I still have some white with the black.
Right.
Yeah, but the oils are available. Everything is
a
available.
lot of the ladies
on
like the
Concrete
white
Moguls.
with the black. I saw. They went crazy.
Yeah, that's why I don't have any more of those.
They
I
went
think
crazy.
I did 20 at first, and then poof.
Like thin air. Like
Yeah.
it never happened.
Yeah.
It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. You keep blessing people and being dope, man. I appreciate your time, man. And anytime you got anything to announce, next time you got a event coming or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Pull up
Well, I
on
told
me.
you the next one. I'll be sending you all of the information,
No, but
everything.
you bring yourself through here and tell the
Oh,
people
and you
yourself.
want me to bring? Oh, you want me to get on
Yeah,
camera
you come
again?
back, man.
This whole camera thing, you know. I don't.
Hey, man. We just talking.
This is Sipping with Sammie. I am Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
It's the king of hooks, baby. Sam Malone, what up? Corey. Yeah, man. They ain't ready. Don't get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
They ain't ready. In the streets we can't cry no more.
Slick as I wanna be, smooth as ever seen. Melody could be felony, what you telling me? Learn to play from Bill Bellamy, Peter Guns, someone else. I'm something else, something different. That's what she sniffing. Caught Malone shit, different from pimping. Scene was basic till I slipped in. Trapping, loading, clipping, saying on niggas bitches. I call niggas bitches. Like bitch, handle business first, pour yak like incense. Twist 3, dismiss. That's Malone's mistress. Music business, I'm trafficking. What was mastered in, led through a path to sin. Walls crashing in. Cashing in, couldn't figure out what was happening, but trapped again, backfire from trapping in. Ironic as hell, my pocket's loud in the cell while waiting on Tiny to post bell. Oh hell.
Don't get what you're looking for. They ain't ready. In the streets we can't cry no more. They ain't ready. Gonna fight right through the pain. They ain't ready. Till see me walk through the gate.
Can't fight tears, I can't find fears that ain't mine. Can't see big blind, spit time, showering shit time. Outside I'm on hills, all 10 grounded. Like tunnels with backwoods, sparkwoods countless. Nights pitch black, go legit, switch back, loud pack, 6-pack, V8 hardly switch that. Ready to flip mattress, couches, and bout. Something about grinding it out, I'm so bout it. Ready to get what I came for. Same ball, plenty corners bent in my stint, I became more. When it became war, I gave him Armageddon. Born legend, Sammie the veteran, I would bet on him. Follow his lead, take heed, use caution, never the one flossing. Respect due bosses, respect who the raws from up top. Sam